Guys, Poli Popo here, and I want to show you guys something that's really, really cool. I've been sampling a lot of sounds lately. What's up guys, Poli Popo here, and I want to show you guys something that's really, really cool. I've been sampling a lot of sounds lately. What's up guys, Poli Popo here, and it is my birthday today. 38 and proud of it. Been doing this for over 20 years now consistently, and I love every single second of it. They asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and the answer was to make YouTube video on the 2.9 update. But first I want to play a melody over here just to get kind of warmed up, and then I'll jump right into the update. But thank you for all the birthday wishes. If you want to give me something, you can subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it very much. But check this out. What's up guys, Poli Popo here, and I want to show you guys something that's really, really cool. I've been sampling a lot of sounds lately. What's up guys, Poli Popo here, and I want to show you guys something that's really, really cool. I've been sampling a lot of sounds.
And why tutorial videos?
I wanted to record so I didn't forget. And I started labeling the videos. I'm like, cool, I got a little thing going where I can go back, because there was so much to learn. And I had the videos public, and I didn't know that I had the videos public. All right. So I started getting like notifications and likes, and I'm just like, well, people are digging this. And then I started thinking, you know, I struggled so bad with getting up to where I'm at right now, which is still probably 30% of where I need to be at 100. It's just any little advice, and if somebody's out there listening, be like, bet that I could use that. And even watching somebody doing the same thing that you're doing, you might pick something up. A lot of people know it, but a lot of people don't know that, you know. So like I said, there's a lot of people doing this, but a lot more that aren't. So I just started putting videos out, man, and next thing you know, it got addictive. I actually put more videos out now than I do music, because as a kid, I've always wanted to be on TV, I always wanted to make movies. That's my big thing. The whole reason why I kept going into sound is so that I could put together a nice little flick of something that's in my mind, you know, make somebody laugh. That's it. That's the whole reason. And get a chuckle, and that's cool. It makes it worth it, you know, because I know I appreciate it whenever I watch something and I get a good kick out of it, or find value in it. It's just like, wow, okay, cool, man. There's a lot of cool dudes out there that will support what you're doing, and I think that's really, really important.
With my channel, I've subscribed to just the music artists and tutorials, and there's a handful of them, you know. You are actually one of the handful guys that you can actually go and learn from, you know. I appreciate the way how gentle you are with your audience, you know, and that's fantastic. Actually, you can see the passion in your eyes when you talk about it. It's fantastic, you know. I love it. Like I love it. I wish you all the best, man. Have it.
Well, I appreciate that very much, man. I had to read manuals and do everything, and sharing along the way is really, really cool. And the support that you get is really, really cool too. I think it's cooler being a creator on YouTube than it would have been for me to be a music artist, honestly, because I do try to connect with everybody that's on my channel. If you have a question in my comments, I try to answer as fast as I can. And if I can, it literally messes with me to where I have to find an answer, and I will send you a video on the answer, because that's what I do. I like to learn this box, and if I can't do it, I need to find a way how to. And like I say, it's just an addictive thing that happens. And it's easier and easier. And I try to encourage people to make videos. It's not hard after you practice and have it set up. You can just turn it on and go. But it takes a lot of time, especially not having a set schedule. You know, you have to make your own time, and, you know, just do what you love because you love doing it, because you're out seeking to get rich off of it or something. Like, the money will come. All that's going to come later, but you got to find what you like doing. And I've had at least 10 people start a channel, and they start off better than me. I'm just like, man, that is just great, man, because they took some advice or whatever it is. Even your music, like if your music's out on like Spotify or DistroKid, or if you register it with ASCAP or BMI, they will legitimately send you a check. They'll put you in a background music of a sitcom, and you'll hear Your song will be like 10-second little bitty clip. You won't even recognize it. But because you put it out there, you have a better chance of it being used, that's for sure. Somebody's gonna get value out of it, man. You don't know if somebody's gonna have a bad day or a good day, and they might turn on the radio one day and your song might just save somebody one day from something, you know? It might have a message strong enough to make that person turn around and go back home or do the right thing. You know, you never know what it is, but music is universal, man. It's a universal language. I can hum something, and in any language you could get the feeling off of because of the vibrations of the sound. It doesn't matter what language I'm speaking, it's music. Somebody's gonna get value out of it, man. You don't know if somebody's gonna have a bad day or a good day, and they might turn on the radio one day and your song might just save somebody one day from something, you know? It might have a message strong enough to make that person turn around and go back home or do the right thing. You know, you never know what it is, but music is universal, man. It's a universal language. I can hum something, and in any language you could get the feeling off of because of the vibrations of the sound. It doesn't matter what language I'm speaking, it's music.
This is a really, really cool sound going through the Behringer neutron and the cascading network delay. And then it's going through the local florist through a mod rate. Barely going. You could really turn it up, but I just like it like that. That's what's cool about all these different oscillators. You have these different switches and stuff that you can mess with. Here we go.
Who's your favorite producer?
I watch Curtis King. He's one of the best producers on YouTube. He does it all in Fruity Loops. And the dude will work 6-7 hours a shift on YouTube, like live. And it's cool watching other artists too. There are a lot of artists doing, and I watch them all. I leave likes on all their videos. Like I said, Curtis King, he'll take the sample and he follows through. But one dude that I really got to give credit to, that's not like 100,000, 200,000 YouTube subscriber or anything like that. His name's I Will. He's the Odd Pilot. And what I love about watching this is you see the fumble stumble, of course, in the beginning of the video, but you know that as soon as this sample gets through these boxes, after watching somebody work, any artist that you pay attention to and you watch them, you're like, here it comes. Any second now, it's gonna drop. Every time, dude, he pulls through. And always drops some original heat, and I really think it's dope. There are a lot of dudes out there that work on the MPC. You just gotta type in MPC and look at all the different producers that are out there. There's a lot of them out there, but there's some out there that you gotta really pay attention to, because the workflow that you see them do. And it's taking time out. You just got to give respect to everybody who takes their time to put it out there. So.
And what about the music? What type of music you listen in the car or when you're cleaning the house?
When I'm in my car, I honestly listen to my exhaust system. I got a turbo and I like to drive like that, and I don't know, I've turned on my radio maybe 3 times and it's been mostly on hip hop, but I'm not scared of any music, you know, because I'll sample anything now. I'll sample a country song, a western, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter to me. Music's music, and if you give it a chance to see what that message is, if you actually figure out what the hell the message is in the song, like, okay, cool, I get it. You know, it's like reading a book, but it's got to really capture your attention right at the beginning, you know. So some songs are better than others. But my whole thing is there's no bad beats. Like, people send in music and I'm just like, no, there's no bad music. A bad song is one that's not out there. That's bad. That's horrible. That's the worst song you could have, is nothing. That's the worst sound ever. You turn something on and you hit it and it doesn't work. That's the same feeling of not having a song being put out there that you have sitting in your computer that could, like I said, it could change somebody's life, man.
For people watching, can you tell me how many albums or singles you've put out and where we can find you?
I don't have anything recent, but I did, for the sake of I wanted to see the workflow, how to put my songs on SoundCloud, iTunes, DistroKid, all that. And I did. I just took them right out of my MPC as Wave. I opened up a Songcast, and I just went right in there, drag and drop them, titled them, and they're on there. They're on Songcast. It's just Poli Popo beats. Some old songs that I made, but they're still cool. I made them on a Korg, Electribe MX, and an EX, the RS7000. And I think I even had my MPC 2000 XL in there for my drums. You know, it's just to see the whole process. And, you know, what happened was there was a show called Fresh Off the Boat. It was an Oriental family that came into the States, and it showed them getting by and this, and it was like a Bernie Mac kind of movie. It was funny. It was a comedy. A little kid was having the birds and the bees talk, and my song came on in the background. I was like, what is it? It's like, I didn't even recognize it, but the check came in the mail, bro. And I was $250 for like 15 seconds. And I was just like, I listened to it and I couldn't even hear. So, like I say, just putting it out there to see how the process was, and somebody snagged it. And that was, 4 or 5 songs that I put out. Now, if you put out 100 every year, I mean, you just gotta set your schedule, set a day where I'm gonna do videos, set a day where I'm gonna edit. This day I'm gonna record only and just knock it out in chunks, you know, don't try to do everything all at once. It's like cleaning your whole house in one day. It's like, dude, just pick one room and you'll get it done. One day at a time.
Nice one. Do you try to reach out to some other artists?
Oh yeah, all the time, man. Like I say on my channel, all my subscribers, I want to say almost all of them have an MPC. So I always say if they want the stems to my work, to do a collaboration, or if they need a melody or anything like that, just to hit me up. And I've had a few people hit me up. Yeah, I've had a few people hit me up, and it's always fun working with other artists. But one thing is, you're gonna work with other artists. If you're just getting into music and you're getting into YouTube, you will get contacted by other artists. And it's important to follow through. You have to dedicate that time, and you have to say, yes, I want to do this or do that, because you don't want to miss out, because they're in the same lane as you, and you want to be right there with them. So it's important to be dedicated to what you're doing, to set time. I can't stress that enough, to be able to set time aside, especially when you don't have any. You have to make time for you, man. It's not for anybody else, for you. It's what it is.
You see, there is no one around here where I live that has the same interests, and I actually, on my path, I never met anyone, you know, so I kind of learned everything myself. I've learned how to make beats myself. I've learned how to edit, make pictures, everything, like, you know, so that's why I'm reaching out so far on the other side
You know,
because like to people like you, because there's actually no one to talk, so
I'm not gonna
and
lie. In St. Louis, I've only heard of 2 people that have hit me up, say, "Hey, I'm from St. Louis." As far as my friends or family or any of that, they don't. I don't. Didn't. It was DIY. Strictly trial and error, and that's why those tutorial videos, I really put a lot of passion into them, because it's important stuff, man. If you really want to, not giving you a shortcut or anything like that. I'm just explaining how things are sometimes, and how things work on your box. This way you can have fun doing it whenever and time's limited and you can't have fun or the sound don't come out. That's just the worst. So I'm all about helping out. But as far as reaching out to other artists, you always want to keep in mind that you're all doing the same thing. And one day you might end up in a building together, and you do not want to be the guy standing by yourself. So, just be nice, be respectful. Everybody's doing the same thing. You know how many pizzerias there are in St. Louis, man? But we're the best. But that's okay. They're gonna work harder than us, man. I mean, if you can find somebody who can work harder than us, I'll give it to you. But it's not. It's because we put it in. It's because we put the work in. That's it.
nice one, man, nice one. Do you have any other passions?
Other than my family, man, my girls, the only reason why I do any of this is, I might make a little bit of change here and there on YouTube, but I do it so it's consistently gonna be income for them in the future. If something happens to me, I don't have a 401k. I got mom and pop shop, dude. I don't have money for that. Maybe in 5 years from now or something like that, it'll make a car payment for them, something to help out. I'm all about trying to make money. If I see a lawn, walking home from school, if I would see tall grass, man, I would try to find a lawnmower. Let me borrow your lawnmower. I'll give you $5. I'll go cut the grass for $15. I give them the $5. I make $10. I still get to eat my little Caesars at the end of the day. But I always found a way to make money, not doing it in a corporate world. And when I went to a corporate world, dude said, "Hey, can I have my desk?" I was like, "Man, I had to whoop your ass." He had never heard that. I was like, I guess so you could just not in the corporate world. That was not for me. So yeah, I had to get out of there. But no, pizza's been really good to me, man. I would open up more, but I'm happy doing the family shop. I'm not trying to franchise out and do all that, and less dogs, less fleas. Personally, I got one shop and I know what's going on in there. Everything's controlled and it's a simple operation. We only got 80, 90 pizzas a day, and you can't call and order 20. It's not for that. You get 1 or 2. It's it. And we enjoy what we do. We make a living doing it. It gives us time to be able to come home and provide and do more. What's really cool, one more thing, is being able to run a business, but being able to make a difference in other people's lives too that work there. And same thing I do whenever people come to my channel. I take that same approach that maybe while you're here, I can help your life or help some way, you know. And to make it through life yourself, man, is hard enough. But to be able to provide and be there for other people, that's that extra step. And I think that that's why people like me and you can be successful. We're already successful, but with that mindset, that's how you really got to think about things, man.
I love talking to you. You're a real gentleman. I love watching your videos, you know. Fantastic. And yeah, I hope we can maybe work together one day to make some music, you know.
I have project archives, and there's actually a really good way to send them. I use a site called WeTransfer. You just drag the whole project archive into there, as long as it's in standalone. I use all my MPC stuff in standalone, so if I send you something, it's gonna pop up in your MPC because the sounds are in your MPC. And then you can just play with them like that, rearrange them or add guitar or whatever.
So what's your plans for the future in terms of YouTube? Like you said, you wanna do a video with your dad's car.
Yeah, no, this thing, I love sound. When this thing came out of the shop stock, it didn't really have a sound. Like neither did my Camaro, a 4-cylinder turbo Camaro. So I cut the pipes off immediately, and now it makes sound. But he put a RIP supercharger in his car, and it's a V6, so now it's faster than a V8. He just got it the other day, and when you give it gas, it's hard to hold straight, man. You get like when you look down a straw, that tunnel vision. It was really fast, but the sound, it was like, and you could hear that. It's like, dude, what is going on? He's just hit it so hard. So I'll definitely have to record some of that because it's just it's good, clean fun, you know. And probably want to race him and go out to in Illinois. They have a racetrack out there where you can, you know, race your cars and stuff. So I've never done it, but I know what time it is, man. I know what's going on. We're gonna end up going out there. Good fun. That's all it is. And get to spend time with Pops, you know. As far as the channel goes, you know, my goal is to get, you know, that plaque. Just like anybody else on YouTube, I really would like that's a signification of hard work, and just for a little plastic piece of something, you know, floating in this planet, millions of galaxies, and all I want is this little play button and plastic, okay? That'll make me so happy.
What's the first plaque? Is it 10,000? Is it subscribers?
No, I think it's 100,000, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a big heap. I'm down. You know, it's what I want to do, and honestly, I'm growing the channel. I'm starting like I didn't really want to start a Patreon page, but I'm starting one. Just like $3 just to come in and support, which a lot of people want to do, which is awesome, man. And helps me with like wires and lighting and all kinds of crazy stuff, or those soundproof things that I want for my studio, so you don't hear my air dryer or my heater or anything like that. Just anything that it's gonna help the studio. It's where it's going. Like, and then like tier 2 is gonna have where if you hear a sample that you like or the song that I made, that'll be on there so you can chop it up royalty free or whatever. I'll just give that out. But then for like one-on-one sessions, I thought the $50 thing was cool, so I just put that on there just to see if I would get a hit or two. For tutorial, you know, one a month or one a week, whatever you need. Of course, you get the samples and stuff, but there's just different stuff that I've been working on in the background, trying to keep busy, but it's always pertaining to studio stuff.
I love your talks, man. Love your talks. How that came about when you start like doing the motivational talks? Is just something that you read books, or just stuff that just comes out of you?
I spent a lot of time meditating, thinking. When I was 12 to about 14, I would say 11, no 12, because I had just started smoking cigarettes at that age. I was in a bad, and I actually lived in the woods for about 3 years. And I would rob the store, and I'm talking fill up the cart and ride the cart home, like step on the back wheels to go left and right. And honestly, I would just camp out, and I didn't really go to school that much and all. That's why I went to work right when I ended up going to Kansas and all that stuff. It was a big mess. And then after that, moving back to St. Louis, you know, it was another 3 years of just me, like quiet. So all I had was my keyboards and stuff like that. And by the time I got a job, like 16, and I could 17 actually move out and walk to work and go and do my thing. Man, I bought a truck, and then I ran into Office Max and bought the studio furniture that you see. I've had this since I was like 17. And yeah,
this wisdom is just life wisdom, yeah?
Yeah, just going through. I don't like to read books. Unfortunately, I know that it's good for you and good for the brain. Thank God my daughter, she can drink books, dude. Like she just like I like to watch movies and stuff like that, but my attention span's kind of short. And if I can't hear what's going on, and my house is loud, so I hear everything, so I just can't really get into that too much, or video games or much. But sitting around thinking a whole lot. And I guess I did also in the middle of being alone like that, I went to a Catholic school for a few years, and I did find a lot of good answers that I came up with that they couldn't come up with. They asked me, like, did you want to be a priest and all this stuff? It's like, well, I know I could talk and I could do that, but a lot of people don't come to church to get answers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be in here. I'll be on YouTube to do that. But I always like to help any way possible. I mean, if there's a car pulled over or something like that, the thought of stopping and helping crosses my mind. You know, it doesn't. I see a piece of paper on the ground, I pick it up. I'm not gonna walk past it, ignore it, or act like it's not happening. Definitely not gonna act like it's not happening.
Definitely, you'll have to do more of those motivational videos, like the last one you've put out, man. Really nice. And if it comes out from your heart,
I was actually laying down upstairs, and I'm like, I'm gonna go down there and just make a video, because I need to stay consistent. And people look on the channel, they want me to be on the channel. And it's like, dude, you've been on the channel for like 3 or 4 days. Like, even so I could look at your video and just turn it off makes me feel better. Just put something out there. So I came down here, and that gold came out. It's just sometimes you can't plan what's gonna come out. It's just how you're feeling. Like I say, sometimes when you're a messenger and you open yourself up to be a messenger, man, you don't know what's gonna come out. So watch out.
So you're a religious person? You're going to church every Sunday, or not really?
No, not at all. I don't knock it. I don't say, hey, don't go to church or do go to church. But I learned about faith, and not only that, if you have not faith in God or faith in anything, as long as you have faith in yourself, that's the start, man. That's what you need, and that's it. You don't need to believe in nothing else, just yourself, what you want.
Nice one. Do you want to visit Ireland one day?
Ireland?
Yeah.
Dude, man, my girl, she looks like a little leprechaun, dude. She got the curly hair going. You guys would think I owned land out there. You'd be like, oh, here's Poli Popo. I have to grow mine out for a little bit. It'd be like that fighter McGruger.
Dude, you're more than welcome. There's plenty of rooms to stay. Like, anytime you want, you're more than welcome. Look, I'm gonna let you go. Unless you want to talk about something else.
I had a great session here. But
Very
it was
nice
awesome.
talking to you. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, it was real cool talking with you too. I mean, anytime you want to get together, if you're on your MPC and you have a problem or anything like that, you can call me. Like, what's also nice is for people like me, that I do a lot of videos and stuff like that, and I wouldn't just go on YouTube and tell people about this experience or how the questions you asked me. I wouldn't just go. So it's always good to get an inside. Some producers make music, and some people want the inside scoop of what producers do, and it all pertains into great footage and and good content, and that's all it is. Always good to hear what other people doing what you're doing are up to, and how they approach things. So I always love hearing anything about music like that. So
All right. Thanks again. I'm gonna let you go. I'll try to make something nice out of it. It won't be 1 hour, like maybe half an hour. But
hey, no big deal. It's just have fun with it. Do your thing, and that's what it is, man. But definitely don't want to be the last time I talk to you. So definitely keep in touch. And like I say, if you anytime you are like, dude, send me a beat so I can play it on the beginning of the thing. I'll send you one. Yeah, I'll send you 10.
That's what I said actually to 100 to So 100 yesterday. I said if it's even the last 2 shows I ever made with you and with him, I'm happy with that. Like I'm totally happy. Like
Nah, man, nah. And we are too. It's exposure. It's somebody else going out there, and that's what being successful is. I mean, for us, you got somebody calling you for an interview at 6:30 in the morning. It's like that's part of being what you want to be. So that's great for me, man. It was awesome for you to call me and say, hey, I want to do an interview with you, and let's do it. And sometimes they're better than others to make a plan and follow through with it, but then to be able to say, hey, let's do this, and then 9 out of 10, it doesn't fall through. But to be able to follow through and make it work, man, that's where it's at.
Yeah, nice one. I still have to figure out the way how to do it, because on my first show I was actually trying to read the questions out and I was mumbling and stumbling, and then with the ghetto styles I was rumbling a lot because I couldn't hear myself. And what I did yesterday, I actually can hear myself talking now in the headphones, which helps a lot.
Yeah, that's what I want. I can't hear nothing. And if I do hear myself,
it's just the settings. It's just the settings. You'll have to click in the settings that you want a feedback, and in your headphones, and then you can hear yourself talking, which is really, really, really good.
An hour and a half later.
Sorry, man.
Hey, man, you don't get lessons for free. You got to put in the time, right? You got to put in the time. All right. Bro, I will holler at you later on, and as soon as
I'll be watching your videos definitely, and I will be commenting.
All right, bro. You have a good one.
Same to you. Thanks for the chat, nice man.
Awesome, man. Have a good one. One more really, really cool thing about owning your own business, well, in my case, is that it's a family-owned, and that means I work with my wife. My kids are there from just like me, growing up from small to big. My wife, I met her whenever I was 13, 14 years old, and whenever I did move, we did separate, but when I moved back, I did bump back into her also. Whenever I came back to St. Louis, and we've been together a little over 15 years now. And honestly, that's one main reason that I get up every single day is to see her. I rush home from work. I try to get as much done, everything that I do, every single second of the day that I can do something. Even when you hear a good song, it's probably because I'm thinking about her, honestly. But a lot of the times I just take negative energy that comes my way on my ride to work, or I can sleep good, any kind of thing, any kind of feeling, and try to relate it to music. But yeah, she's always been my backbone. So I do got to thank her from the bottom of my heart. I really wouldn't have any purpose here whatsoever. She's made me love myself. In order to love anybody else or help anybody else, you got to be able to love yourself. And she's made me a better person. And she's taught me that. She's taught me how to love myself. So now I can share with everybody else how to do the same. So that's what it's all about, man. Just being able to make things better for yourself while you're here, and then if you can help somebody else along the way, man, that's over the top. Right on.